All right, what is up, guys? So today I want to talk, because this really has me heated. I want to talk about Wall Street Finance fair launch, right? So over here you can see that it's a Titano fork, right? And you can see it's launching on the Binance chain, and it was today, and they did a pink sale auction, right? Pink sale to raise funds. But the thing is, there's no hard cap, there's no maximum buy, and there's no minimum buy. And so people got it. I'm be honest. I ape into stuff, right? But I didn't put that much money in here. I put in very small amount. And so I was there on the pink sale when it went live, and I saw that it had a small cap of 50 BNB, but there's no hard cap, right? And so I ape in, I put a couple bucks in. I don't put a lot of money into these pink sales. I just put a couple bucks in and sees what happened, right? And so what happens is once I'm here and I see that there's no hard cap, and you just see the BNB go from 50 BNB, which the soft cap got filled in 1 second, right? 1 second the soft cap got hit. And then after that, it went from 50 BNB to, hold on. Let me see if I can find it. There we go. So it went from 50 BNB, and I'll pull it up right now. Within the first hour, it already hit over 1,000 BNB within the first like 10 minutes. Like not even first, probably first like 30 minutes, it hit 10 BNB. And so I'm just like, yo, that's crazy, right? And so you see it says pre-sale ends in 4 days. So they have this pre-sale going on for 5 whole days, and then they expect to launch on the 6th day. And so everyone's in the Discord like, yo, okay, good launch, but 1,000 BNB, like that's like right now we're over $500,000 in raised funds. And the dev said that he's going to take 40% of it, use it for marketing. Okay, well that's right now over $250,000, over $200,000 just for marketing, right? But he keeps saying, oh, we need to do it for 5 days because we need money for marketing. We need money for marketing. Okay, you need $200,000 for money for marketing, and you need to keep the sale open for 5 days. Like it doesn't add up, and it's not right. And so I'm in the Discord, and it's not just me, it's a bunch of other people that feel this way too. They're like, yo, you need to close the pink sale within 24 hours because there's no reason to keep this pink sale open for 5 days, no hard cap. On launch day, people are just going to dump, and there's not going to be any buyers or any buy pressure available. And so you got really the community split up. You got people in the Discord saying, oh no, don't worry, devs are trusted devs. Don't worry, trust the devs, it'll be all right, you know, and don't worry, like stuff like that. And they're like, you guys don't understand. If they literally, people were saying, you guys don't understand. If we keep it open, the anticipation and all the hype, look, everyone will just hold on launch. No, it doesn't work like that. If everyone buys now, there will be nobody to buy, and everyone's gonna take profits, right? I get people are like, hey yo, don't fuck the project, don't do that. Like you're making it bad. I'm not making it bad, I'm being realistic. Because if you keep the pre-sale open for 5 days and people just keep on buying while you're marketing, because he says, oh, we're gonna do marketing for the next 5 days, and the pre-sale's open for 5 days, and then you're going to launch on the day after, there's not going to be any buyers, right? That doesn't make any sense. 1 plus 1 is not adding 2. These devs really need to take a crash course on business because it's not making any sense. And so I'm just over here like, yo, what sense does this make? What sense does it make? Because it doesn't make any sense. And I'm like, yo, this is starting to remind me of like Ring, like when Ring rug, because Darius was like, yo, we're going to launch on another chain. We're going to go cross chain, all of this other stuff. And he wasn't listening to the community, and everybody in the community, this community specifically right here, is split half and half. People are saying like, yo, we don't need to keep the pre-sale open for 5 days. That's too long. And then they're like, okay, we get you need to do all of the marketing and stuff, but why can't you end the pre-sale? Why do you have to keep the pre-sale open and still do marketing? You can close the pre-sale and still do your marketing. But the dev's like, nah, I don't want to do that. I'm good. And so look, I'm going to show you guys the conversation. Like you can see right here, it's already almost 1,400 BNB. Let's just look at how much money that is. 1400 BNB, right? 434 current price of BNB times 1400. Literally just north of half a million dollars, 600K, right? Let me pull up the Discord so you guys can see the Discord, right? Because like I told you, everybody in the community is not, people in the community are split halfway. It's like some people are like, oh, don't worry about it, guys. On launch day, it's going to moon. It's going to go all the way up. And I'm like, no, that's not going to happen. I don't know if this is your first time in the launch, but usually launch days are some of those volatile price action. People dump hard. Yes, you may hodl. Other people aren't. Like, so right here. So you can see it's me and a couple other people, but they were calling us fudders, because we were being realistic. We were basically saying like, yo, you can't keep the pre-sale open because it's not going to be any buyers. In order to build up anticipation and hype, you have to close the pre-sale. That's just basic law of supply and demand, right? You can't have a pre-sale open and try to market it when the pre-sale is open. And if you keep the pre-sale open, you're not going to have any anticipation, any hype, any scarcity, any demand, right? But they're saying, no, like people don't agree with that. I guess these people are just stupid or something. But so I'm gonna just go back through some. Other stuff, right? So you can see over here, somebody's like, yo, wrap it up in 24 hours, please, because they don't want to not have any buy pressure on. Now, I want to say this is not financial advice. This is just me ranting. And of course, this project could go ahead and do well. If it does, that's good for everybody. I already took out my funds, right? Because I was just aping in a little bit, like I said, a couple bucks to see what happens. But whenever I feel like the dev doesn't listen to the community, that's a project I don't want to be a part of, no matter how well it or doesn't well it does. All right, so let me go through some of these messages. And you can see some people in here are very vulgar. And here's the thing. So he goes in here, this is the dev right here. He goes in here and he says many projects with no hard cap dumped at listing. What will the WSF team will do to prevent this problem? Listing on PancakeSwap will trigger our bull run campaign. Okay. Dex Tool, PooCoin, and other crypto related sites. Okay, so just because you list on an exchange doesn't trigger a bull run. All right. Banner ads. Banner ads aren't going to help you. Insanely high budget. Okay. Voice AMAs with big communities. Okay, cool. That's good. But you realize this is all stuff you do while your pre-sale is closed or before a launch, right? You don't do this while the pre-sale is open because you have to build up hype, anticipation, and demand for the product, service, or asset that you're launching. That's just one-on-one human psychology. You don't keep it open, right? And you can see I put the clown emoji because this guy's a clown. Right? And so he said, release WSF bank and referral program, a big contest for top buyers, Twitter, YouTube, influencers, marketing already booked. Hey, that's amazing. That's good. But why would they buy on launch day if they can buy the pre-sale? Does that not make sense? Why, if you're keeping the pre-sale open for 5 days, you're doing all of this for the next 5 days. If you're doing all of this marketing is what? Built up to get customers, right? If you're going to launch, why would you keep the pre-sale open if when you do something and they say, oh, when is it launching? Oh, you can go get the pre-sale. Well, now I don't need to buy on launch day. Does that not make any sense? Because apparently this dev doesn't understand it, and half of the people in this Discord don't understand it, and I'm a futter. But hey, all right. Exactly. He says here, it says, this guy says 100%, so look, I'm going to go through some of this because it was a lot, right? So This guy says you want to save some hype for post-launch. If you hype and everyone is interested by pre-sale, there will be no pressure on launch and no one left to buy. Facts. That's facts. That's facts, right? And so the dev is saying, yeah, I don't know what the dev is saying. And so you see, I go through here and I say some stuff, right? Because that's facts. If you want to save some of that hype, build it up, but save it. Don't use it all at once. Is right. And so this guy says devs need a crash course on Biz 101. Price action is going to be looking worse than the Peloton stock, right? You need some common sense. Yeah, and this guy says you need mods because during all of this, there was no slow timer or no mods in the chat, right? That's already a red flag. And the crazy thing is, right? The crazy thing is, people in this chat are thinking that when it launches, it's going to go to the moon. I don't know if you've ever been in launch, but when things launch, they dump. People take profit. People dump. So if you're thinking that if there's no buy pressure, if there's no buy pressure, like this one guy said, I don't know where he said it at, but he said the price is going to be finding its way below the floor, searching somewhere, right? And so, this guy's an idiot. Says let it dip, I'll buy. Yeah, all right. See, look. If you stop the sale and launch right now, you'll raise even more money. Saving the buy pressure for launch is the best strategy. That makes sense. And then I said, allocate 10% of the funds to buy back token on launch day. Because I said, yo, be realistic. How much are you taking out of the funds from Pink Sale? How much do you need that for marketing? Because he says he needs to run for 5 days for marketing. How much money do you need for marketing? For 40% of 600,000. Like, how much money? I don't know how much marketing costs, but it can't cost that much. You already got 40K for marketing. You telling me that's not enough money, but he wants to let this continue for 5 days? It sounds like the honey pot to me. I'm not Winnie the Pooh, but I smell some honey. All right. So, look, the most oddest project I've ever been involved in. Basic economics and market psychology. Exactly. And I was just saying, like, okay, even if you did, save some of that money because literally the buy pressure is going out the door. Take some of the money, maybe 10% or whatever percentage you take, and use that to buy back the token on launch day because there's not going to be a lot of buy pressure. But no, people thought I was an idiot for saying that. And then I said, well, I guarantee you'll be the only wallet buying. But this guy thinks the community is going to keep growing. If it does, that's great. Exactly, 100% it matters. 5 days would have already attracted majority of the investors. I've seen this many times. It will be much more difficult to bring in fresh investors after a long pre-sale. Hope I am wrong. You are right. Trying to think positive here. Hope they have a way to mitigate this. Was hoping they would end this earlier. Like, this only makes sense in the pre-sale. What you're saying is inevitable and most likely going to happen. Because it only makes sense. Can devs do something? Can the devs do something? But apparently the devs don't want to do nothing. And it gets more intriguing, right? So I said, I'm already in and trust the devs to make it work. I'll keep an eye on it. First of all, I don't trust devs. Devs do something because I don't trust them, right? I said, poll, our money, not yours, right? And then this guy proceeds to say what he says, right? I said, let the community decide because it's our money, right? See, this guy's getting on me because he said, oh, yo, take your money out. I said, what? Take my money out? I'm talking to help the whole community. I'm talking that all of us can win. All of us can eat because none of us want to lose money, obviously. So I'm out here putting my concerns to help the whole community like, yo, you need to do this or you need to look at this because we all want to make money. We don't want to just always get dumped on launch day. That's not what we want to happen because then none of us are going to win. But nah, he's telling me to take my money out. But that's okay. That's cool. You're the ones who he said, take it out. Yeah, you're the ones who get dumped on, and they go cry on crypto Twitter about it. And then he says, I'm crying right now. This guy says, I'm seeing the emergency withdrawal function having more attention than being used more during the 5 days. And so I said, I'm not crying, I'm being real. Probably you don't understand because your biz knowledge is the size of my, never mind. Um, and then this dude tells me to go fudge somewhere else. And look, you see the communities over here saying, yo, wrap it up, right? And he says, take your FUD to Titano. People, you see this? But why are you here? See, people think I'm fudding. Poll community, let us decide when peak sale ends. Listen to your investors. We have money in the project. You came to us to raise money for the project. It's our money, not yours. So let us decide what happens, right? And then this is the dev right here. This orange, this is the dev. Skywalker Wall Street Finance Team. This is the dev right here. He says you only want us to close the pool for you to have tokens. What? What? This dude hasn't been watching. This dude hasn't been watching the entire Discord from the moment the pink sale went live, because if he had, he'd been listening to the community when people were saying everything we've been saying. You notice how he didn't address the bribe pressure, he didn't address the sell pressure, he didn't address buy and demand. He obviously doesn't know marketing. He obviously doesn't know basic human psychology, buyer psychology. He doesn't have a crash course on business. He doesn't now probably never sold a thing in his life, right? Because he says you only want us to close the pool for you to have tokens. That makes no sense. No. And then this dude says polls are never a bad thing. I'll have to agree with you there. And he says you only want us to have pool and dump on others. I said it's just a poll. It's just a poll. What's wrong with it? It's just a poll. Then he proceeds to say no more discussion. He proceeds to say no more discussion. We have planned for what we are going to do. Okay, that's it. I'm out. Yo, you gonna tell me that? Literally, he gonna tell me no more discussion. We have planned what we're going to do. That's it. So you're basically saying, forget the community. I don't care what y'all saying. I'm gonna take all y'all money and do what I want to do with it. I'm not gonna be in that type of project. I'm gonna be in that type of environment. And just like they say on Shark Tank, and for that reason, I'm out. Okay? And for that reason, I'm out. Hey, and for that reason, I'm out, right? I'm not even trying to be a fucker, I'm just being realistic. Right? And this dude says, come on, no, that's not true. Come on, dog. And you know that. For real. And so and he said, we will follow the plan. And then this big idiot says, yeah, trust the dev. Yeah, trust the dev. Like, I hope this project doesn't go to the poop. I really do. I honestly do. Because I don't want nobody to lose their money. But for me, I'm out. I'm not going to be in this project where the dev's just talking crazy, 10K crazy like that. And yeah. And then he says, I said, you're crazy. And so some guy liked it, right? And then the dude says, why are you so mad? And I said, funds are safe food? Nah, there was seafood. You'll get it if you know Time Wonderland, right? And so I said, I'm out, right? And people are saying, oh, trust the devs, trust the devs. You need to trust yourself. Before you trust some dude you don't know with money, you need to trust yourself. Me too. I fought for you guys. Sorry we weren't heard, but best luck to all of you. What's going on? You worried this a rug or the man will be damaging after pink sale? And so and this dude says, no, buy pressure after launch is the problem. He says, I'll take my economics and finance degree somewhere else. I only work in DeFi. I probably don't know what I'm talking about, LMO. I don't even know why this dude has a degree. Who gave this guy a degree? You know what? If you're a college and you gave this guy a degree, you deserve to have your accreditation revoked. This doesn't make any sense. I don't even go to college and I know this. All right. And so, yeah, after the dev just said that, I was like, yo, I'm out. I'm out. Because people, I'm out. I'm out. Like, and then down here, you see, they gave me a timeout. I got timed out. They gave me a timeout. They gave me a timeout for 6 days. And then the dude who reacted to my message that said I'm out. No, when I said devs are crazy, where is it at? I put a T Grizzly lyric in here. They call being real fake and they call being fake real, right? Because I'm like, yo, that don't make no sense. And so when I said devs are crazy, the dude that liked that actually got timed out too. So that's insane, right? So I'm getting timed out for being real, calling the dev out on his BS, and he's not in agreement with that. So look, y'all, I just wanted to tell y'all the type of dev that's behind this project. If y'all decide to get in this project, that's cool on y'all. I just wanted to let y'all know what y'all was getting into and the type of community you're in and the type of dev running it. That's all I got to say. Hey, peace out to the next video.